Teddi Isaacs, Carly Rowland, seemed especially torn up about Ernesto Cata's death in Dark Wind Season 3, and there are a couple of possible reasons she was so upset. Teddi Isaacs is the archaeological assistant to Dr. Reynolds, Christopher Heyerdahl, who joined the cast of Dark Wind Season 3 in the premiere. She was assisting with an archaeological dig to discover the link between the Folsom and Navajo peoples, and they had hired both Ernesto Cata and George Bowlegs to help with their research. That tied them into the mystery, but Dark Wind Season 3, episode the 2nd of May have hinted they're even more involved. When Joe Leaphorn, Zahn McClarnon, found Ernesto's body, there was an arrowhead in Ernesto's mouth. So, Leaphorn took the arrowhead back to Dr. Reynolds to have it examined, and he delivered the bad news about Ernesto's murder. While Reynolds' examination of the arrowhead only revealed that it was bought from a toy store, not a real relic, Leaphorn may have stumbled upon a bigger part of the mystery than he realized. Teddi was absolutely distraught by the news of Ernesto's death, and it could be an important detail for the rest of Dark Wind Season 3. Teddi Isaacs is disproportionately upset when learning Ernesto Cata was murdered in Dark Wind Season 3. Teddi was far too emotional about Ernesto's death and her reaction was suspicious. Teddi Isaacs, Carly Rowland, looking distraught in a sun hat in Dark Wind Season 3, Episode 2. When Leaphorn relayed the news that he had found Ernesto Cata murdered, Teddi was unreasonably upset by it. She demanded that Leaphorn confirm it was really him, and once he did, she stormed off into her tent, with Dr. Reynolds yelling after her. It would have been normal if Teddi was a bit upset by the news that a child had been murdered, but she seemed absolutely devastated by it in Dark Wind Season 3. As far as we know, Teddi only knew Ernesto as a kid who would come by the dig site every once in a while, and that relationship wouldn't have evoked such an animated reaction. Dr. Reynolds also behaved quite strangely when he heard the news. As soon as Teddi went to her tent, he called after her, almost like he knew how upset she would be before Leaphorn even finished delivering the news. On top of it all, Teddi got into her car and drove off somewhere while still crying, which only makes the entire situation even more suspicious. I don't know exactly how Teddi and Dr. Reynolds tie into Ernesto's death, but their reactions make them seem like characters we should keep an eye on. The archaeological dig site could be tied to the larger plot of Dark Wind Season 3. Both Teddi and Dr. Reynolds seem like they're hiding information about Ernesto's death. Dr. Reynolds, Christopher Heyerdahl, looking surprised with Teddi Isaacs in Dark Wind Season 3, Episode 2. Above all else, Teddi's reaction makes it seem like the archaeological dig site is going to be important in the investigation of Ernesto Cata's death. There was clearly more to Teddi's relationship with Ernesto than she originally claimed, and the fact that she hasn't told Leaphorn about it makes it seem like she's hiding it for a reason. She was also adamant that Leaphorn and Jim Kiowa Gordon were trespassing when they first met, like she was trying to hide something in the trailer. What really cements the archaeologists as suspects, however, is Dr. Reynolds. After Dr. Reynolds examined the arrowhead, he flippantly tossed the toy into the trash, despite knowing that it was a key piece of evidence in Leaphorn's investigation. It seemed like a casual mistake, but putting the arrowhead in the trash may have contaminated some forensic evidence on the arrowhead, and Reynolds may have known that it would do so. Both Reynolds and Teddi almost certainly know more than they've let on, but only Dark Wind Season 3 can prove exactly how they tie into the murder case.